Hi everyone, this is Julia, Rivers class of 2015, and today I'll be explaining one of my favorite apps, Paper. So Paper is a great app if you're really artistic or you just enjoy being creative. I don't consider myself a very artistic person, but I have a lot of fun with this app. And they've actually introduced a lot of improvements where you can use it to take notes in class or do diagrams, Venn diagrams, that sort of thing. So before I start, I just wanted to let you know about the stylus that I'm using because I've mentioned it a few times. I took a picture so I could show you what I'm talking about. So this is the pencil stylus. Ironically, you plug it into a computer to charge it. It doesn't work on regular lead or graphite. And it works with your iPad or your phone. Now, you obviously don't need a stylus like this. You can use like a regular stylus. You can use like a 99-cent one on the back of a pen, or you can just use your finger with pretty much any iPad app that you would need a stylus for. But I find this one especially useful, and this has some special capabilities in Paper that I'll show you today. So once you open Paper, you'll see your journals, and you can start a new journal by pushing the plus button in the bottom of your screen. So we can start a new one, and then all the information about your journal is in the little eye in the top right corner. So we can name this. I can call this my tutorial journal. And then we can click done, and then you can choose a cover photo. So I'll do the map for this one. And if I were to delete this, I would just push the X in the bottom left-hand corner, and I won't do it now, but that would delete all of the drawings inside of your journal. And then the middle button is to share, so you can share all of your drawings inside as PDFs, or you can print it actually as a notebook, and they'll send you a printed notebook for a price. So I'll just show you some of the tools. So you click your notebook to open, and then you click the first page to open that again. A lot of it works just like a regular notebook. You can turn the pages and you can zoom in and out, so it's really interesting. It's a really cool app. So to connect with the stylus, I'm just going to push and hold the stylus button in the left-hand corner, and this only works with the Paper stylus. So then once it's connected, I know it's connected because it changes color, so I can start to show you some of these tools. So all the way on the left is your eraser, pretty self-explanatory, but these first three tools are the ones they just introduced. So this first one, with the ruler and the marker, is used for drawing specific shapes. So for example, if I draw a triangle, it'll create a really nice triangle for me, or a square, or a circle. So this is what I was talking about with Venn diagrams. You can create two circles and have them overlap, and then say you wanted to fill them as different colors. The second tool here is the fill tool, and you can pick a different color from the right. There are a bunch of different options. And say I wanted to fill these, you just tap them to fill them, and then say the middle color I wanted different, you can do that as well. So it's really forgiving. You can also do diagrams with flowcharts, so let's say I had a square here and a square here, and I wanted to connect the two, or rectangles. You could do straight line, and then if you push and hold, the little arrows will show up on either end, so you can connect them. So if I wanted to connect down, I could keep going, and then I could keep going, etc., etc. And again, you can fill these by changing to the fill tool and move them around. The scissors is sort of like the scissors in Notability, in that it allows you to crop and move things around. So if I select this triangle, I can move it on the screen, and I can overlap it with other objects as well. So now I'll switch to the more traditional tools. These other tools, these were the ones that originally came with the app. These are for general artwork. So I'll start a new page to show you. So what I do is I take the right corner of the screen, and I just turn the page. So this first one is your pen, your fountain pen. And what you can do with this one is actually change its thickness depending on how fast you go. And one thing I didn't mention is to undo on this, there's no undo button. What you do is take two fingers and you turn them together counterclockwise while touching the screen. So it takes a little getting used to. And then redo, you go clockwise. So you just have to spin back and forth. So I'll get rid of that. So just to show you, this pen, as you go faster, it goes thicker. Also, as you use the side of your pencil stylus, it gets thicker. And then most pencil styluses erase on the bottom. Mine blurs. You can also blur with your finger. And then again, I'll rewind to erase that. Now to change color, what you can do is you can pick any of these colors. So let's say I wanted the pink or the blue. What you can also do is create your own color. So this is the mixing center, this circle. If you spin clockwise, it'll go to the darker color, and counterclockwise, it'll go to your second color. So let's say I wanted to create a new color. I can just drag and drop, and then I can click my second color, and then as I spin, it'll go to the darker one, and spinning back will go to the lighter one. So I can create my own custom color. And if I want to keep it, I can scroll all the way down in my colors to the open palettes, and I can just drag and drop it in. So now I have a new color available anytime I want it. So I'll just go over the other four pens really quickly. The second one is a pencil, and it's a little bit thinner and lighter, so if you needed to mark on top of something, that would be really helpful. One thing that's really nice about this app is all of the pens are true in terms of which ones would layer on top. So, for example, if you use the watercolor, it'll go underneath your other pens. The third one is your thick felt marker. So this one doesn't vary depending on how fast you go. It just stays the same. And then the fourth one is like a thinner pen for really precise details. The fifth one is my favorite. This is the watercolor. So you can go really lightly. You can also go very slowly for a very thick line and a very uniform line. So if you wanted to fill something in on your own or create a drawing, you can do that. And again, you can do this with any of these colors. And then your eraser all the way on the left will erase a straight line through. It won't erase like Notability, whereas Notability normally would erase the entire mark that you've made. This just erases the line that you draw specifically. So that's one thing to know. So then when you're all done, what you do is you pinch from the edges of the screen toward the middle to close your book, and then pinch again to close it. And that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope that was helpful.